Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another very interesting topic lined up for you. We will talk about how to turn anger into empowerment. First, we will compare how anger can be destructive versus constructive. We will also tell you some tips for transforming your anger into empowerment. At last, we will share some tips for being self-aware of how your anger affects your life. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let's talk about destructive anger first. Destructive anger is used to tear down. It responds out of spite, it acts with complete disregard of the well-being of others, and it tries to control others. Destructive anger is expressed in an unhealthy way and causes harm. For example, a person may act out aggressively towards others. The anger might also be turned inward, resulting in deliberate self-harm or substance use. Destructive anger tends to be frequent and strong. Destructive anger can work in the short term because it releases tension, however, it is associated with long-term negative consequences. Now let's talk about constructive anger to see the comparison of both types. Constructive anger is used to build up. It activates you into action when you're stuck, it protects something you value, and it builds self-respect. Constructive anger is often not as strong as destructive anger. It is also something that can be explored or examined to help you better understand your situation, other people, and yourself. Further, for anger to be constructive, a person must also be aware of it. Constructive anger is something that can be managed. But to do so, you have to recognize your own needs and the needs of others. Now let's discuss some tips for transforming your anger into empowerment. Create something. A great way to turn your anger into positive energy is to be creative. Whether it's through drawing, movement, cooking, or painting, there is something incredibly powerful and cathartic about creating something from your anger. It's quite simple really. Rather than lashing out at your loved ones or turning to substances, take a breath and translate that anger to your creation. Turn it into motivation. This may be a bit difficult for some, but it is an incredible way to convert your anger. It takes a lot of focus, but try your best to determine the reason for your anger and use it as a motivator for change in your life. Use anger as a way to push you toward your goals. Focus on the healthy parts. When it comes to your relationships, it's important to realize that there will be arguments. However, they should never escalate into anything harmful. If you find yourself easily angered in your relationship and you end up lashing out physically, you need to make a change. One way to do that is to understand that some arguments are healthy and they can lead to growth and positive change in the relationship. Get moving. Another one of our favorite ways to turn your anger to positive energy is to get moving. Moderate exercise is a great way to release those angry feelings and bring positive emotions into your life. Exercise creates endorphins in your body, so if you have a lot of anger that you want to transform, go work out. Now at last, let's discuss some tips for being self-aware of how your anger affects your life. Think before you speak. One of the best tactics is to take a pause before reacting. If your heart is pounding and you feel like yelling at your friend, family member, or the guy who just pulled in front of you in traffic, stop. Take a breath. Count to 10. Do whatever it takes to avoid lashing out and saying or doing something you'll regret. Use humor to release tension. Lightening up can help diffuse tension. Use humor to help you face what's making you angry. Laugh at yourself for unrealistic expectations you have for how things should go. Laugh at yourself but avoid sarcasm. It often aims to hurt others to make a point about how you are feeling. Don't be passive-aggressive either. Don't hold a grudge. Forgiveness is a powerful tool. Holding on to the offenses of others and hoping they will feel your pain or repay you for their error only affects you. If you allow anger and other negative feelings to crowd out positive feelings, you might find yourself swallowed up by your own bitterness or sense of injustice. Forgiving someone who angered you might help you both learn from the situation and strengthen your relationship. Identify possible solutions. Instead of focusing on what made you mad, work on resolving the issue at hand. Does your child's messy room make you upset? Close the door. Is your partner late for dinner every night? Schedule meals later in the evening. Or agree to eat on your own a few times a week. Also, understand that some things are simply out of your control. Try to be realistic about what you can and cannot change. Remind yourself that anger won't fix anything and might only make it worse. With that, we come to the end of the video. Hope you liked this video and can share the best part in the comment box. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.